guys, my name is Sincerely BP. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, and if you're not new, welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about how to build a relationship with yourself. And I think that I have mastered this, guys. As an only child and as someone who, honestly, I would kind of consider myself like a popular loner. Like, people know me and they know of me, but they don't really like know me. And I would say like I have a great relationship with myself. And just being an only child, I feel like I developed a relationship with myself at a young age. And it is key, guys. Like, having a relationship with yourself is the most important relationship you can have, because your relationship with other people is a reflection of the relationship you have with yourself. It's a reflection of the love that you have for yourself. So you need to first have a relationship with yourself in order to truly thrive in relationships with other people. Because when you love yourself and you value yourself and your self-worth, you have like high self-worth, self-esteem, self-value, you will have healthier relationships with other people. Like, you're not gonna have codependency issues. You're not gonna rely on your relationship with other people for certain things. Like, you can bring happiness and fulfillment into your own life without needing someone else to be there to make you happy and bring you fulfillment and make you whole. The first tip that I have is to show up for yourself. When you are building a relationship with yourself, you want to show up for yourself because you want to build trust with yourself. You need to do the things that you say you are going to do. When you don't do the things that you say you're going to do, you kind of chip away at the trust you have with yourself. Now, this is something that I will say is easier said than done. A lot of times, oh, I'm gonna work out on Monday, I'm gonna start my diet on Monday. Monday comes, we don't do it, right? But this is something you should be actively working on so that you can build trust within yourself. And that's also you can build discipline for yourself and just show up for yourself. So, if no one else is showing up for you, you're showing up for you. You're making sure that your life is moving along and progressive and that you're getting what you want out of life because you're showing up for yourself. My next tip to building a relationship with yourself is to talk positive to yourself. You really want to pay attention to how you are speaking to yourself. When something goes wrong or you don't reach a certain goal, are you, oh, you're so stupid, or you're so dumb. I'm so dumb. Brianna, you're so stupid. You're so dumb. Oh my gosh. Like, why didn't you, or if you got an answer wrong on a test, why would you get that answer wrong? You're so dumb. Like, really pay attention to how you talk to yourself. That stuff matters. And once you catch yourself speaking negatively about yourself or, saying something negative to yourself, you want to replace that with a positive thought. So if you say in your head, oh my gosh, Brianna, you're so dumb. Why'd you do that? Immediately, Brianna, no, you're not dumb. You're smart. It was a mistake. You're human. Everyone makes mistakes. No, you're smart. You're beautiful, whatever. Like, make sure you are speaking positively to yourself, because if you can't uplift yourself, who's gonna do it? Like, you can't rely on other people to uplift you. You can't rely on external validation. You need to be the one to validate yourself and uplift yourself. My next tip would be to go on solo dates. I say go on solo dates because this allows you to really get comfortable with yourself and in your energy. This is going to truly build your confidence. If you can walk into a restaurant, sit down at the table and eat lunch and dinner with yourself, like, that's like final boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need other people's company to like validate your existence and like, you know what I'm saying? And I personally don't understand why that is like looked at as weird. Like, I can't walk into a restaurant by myself eat and leave. Like, that's not weird. Like, you're human, you're hungry, this is the food you're craving. You should be able to walk to a restaurant and eat that, sit down and eat that food and leave, you know what I'm saying? But going on solo, it's not just about a restaurant, right? A solo date could be anything. Going bowling by yourself, going to the spa by yourself, going to the movies by yourself. Like, it's important to be able to sit in your own energy and enjoy life by yourself. Like, it's okay. You don't need someone for every single activity. And it just allows you to truly be comfortable in your own energy, in your own space, and be okay being alone. It's okay. And you should be able to do activities by yourself. Like, sometimes, don't you just want to be in your own energy and not be bothered by people? Like, I don't know. I love a good solo date. My next tip would be to journal daily or weekly. In order to build a relationship with yourself, you need to be aware of your feelings. You need to be aware of your mindset, your thought processes, your thought patterns, what you're thinking daily. Like, you need to be aware of how you feel. So journaling with yourself builds a great relationship with yourself because you're being vulnerable. A lot of the times people are not comfortable being vulnerable or just being vulnerable with other people or certain people. So like, when you're journaling, it should be a safe space. It should be a space for you to be able to say whatever you want to say and express whatever you want to express and feel comfortable, because it's only you acknowledging what you're writing down. So I would definitely say journal weekly, daily, maybe bi-weekly, but that really helps to build the relationship you have with yourself because you're fully aware with your thoughts, your feelings, and how you feel about, you know, what's going on in life. My next tip is to engage in activities you truly enjoy. And when I say this, I mean try to do like those inner child activities. Those just silly, random things that you used to love doing as a child, things you know that truly makes you happy. For example, let's say you like to color, or you like to draw, or you like music. Maybe you want to play an instrument, something that's like, you know, you're not gaining anything from it, or there's no pressure on it. It's just you doing this activity and that you thoroughly enjoy. That's building a relationship with yourself because you're like feeding your inner child. You know, you're doing something where you know, it's building a relationship with yourself because you're allowing yourself to enjoy life and to have joy and to be free. So I know for me, like, I do like to color. Like, there's adult coloring books out there. So I feel like that's something I would do, is like when I just take time to just color, like it's super relaxing and it's fun. Or like, there's so many things you can do, I don't know, but something that your inner child loves to do. Like, maybe you used to play an instrument, pick that instrument back up. Or if you just want to sit there and listen to music and chill and relax, like, make time for that. I will also say to try to go on a solo trip, internationally or domestically. But when you go on solo trips, you learn so much about yourself, like, because it's just you. It's just you. It's sitting with yourself, and I feel like you just learn so much about yourself. Like, you plan the trip, you have to make sure you make the itinerary, you have to make sure that you make your flight, or that you make whatever, like, transportation arrangements. You know, you're in charge of everything. And I think that solo trips, it just gives you a different perspective on life, and it truly forces you to like sit with yourself and be alone and really observe like what you like and what you don't like. And oh, I like doing this, I like doing that, this makes me feel like this makes me feel like that. Like, for example, like, I went on a solo trip to Japan for my birthday this year, and I learned so much about myself, guys, because it was like, when you go on a trip with other people, it's like you kind of feed off that other person's energy, right? Or it's like, for me, it's kind of like those other people hold you accountable, right? So like, if you guys both say, okay, tomorrow morning we're gonna wake up at 9 and we're gonna go get breakfast, and then we're gonna go to the pool. It's like you made that commitment with that other person, so that's what you're doing. But when you're on a solo trip, you can make the itinerary like, okay, I'm gonna wake up at 9, I'm gonna go eat breakfast, then at 10 I'm gonna go to the pool, then at 12 I'm gonna go to the spa. And you could wake up that day and like completely scratch that. Oh, I'm actually gonna go take this Zumba class by the pool at 9, and then I'm gonna eat breakfast, and then I'm gonna go to the spa. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can kind of switch it up. Like, everything is at your mercy. So it's just kind of interesting to see like what you end up doing when you're alone. Do you stick to your word? Do you hold your commitment? Do you change your plans? You know, it's interesting to see like, are you adventurous? Do you end up going on a spontaneous, adventurous? Do you end up at the bar, like talking to people? Are you meeting new people? Like, what do you gravitate towards? Like, solo trips are great because that's a great thing when you want to build a relationship with yourself, because you really get to know like, you know what, I'm such a social person, because even though I'm on this solo trip, I made so many friends. I went to this activity, I met so many people, I made so many connections. I went into the bar and I was talking to this person, I was talking to that person. Like, you just learn so much about yourself. So I am a huge advocate and proponent for solo trips. Now, one thing I did learn about myself on my solo trip to Japan was that I do prefer to travel with people, because I'm a social person, and I love creating memories, and I love creating memories with other people. So like, a lot of the times when I was on my solo trip, like, I would be doing activities and I'd be like, man, you know, this would be so fun if I was doing this with someone, because we're sharing this experience together. You know what I'm saying? So of course I was great. I was happy that I was doing it on my own, and I was satisfied doing it on my own, but I still was like, man, this would be so fun if it was like a group of us or whatever, because we would just be doing this cool thing together. So I learned that I actually, you know, I enjoy people. Like, I like people, and I do want to experience the world with other people. That's fun to me. So what I would say is, like, when you do a solo trip, it's like, now you know that you can. Now you know that you can hold your own in another country or in another state, and you still learn a lot about yourself. Another thing, this is like a huge step, but move to a new city alone. Now, this is a huge life step. So obviously this just might not be an option for some people, but if you're young, if you're, you know, single, you don't have any kids, you can easily like pick up and move, then I would suggest considering moving to a new city or a new state that you've never lived in alone, and just see how you like it for that 1 year. Like, you can always move back to where you're from if you don't like it. But for me, like, moving to a new state, it truly allows you to learn about yourself. It's similar to like solo travel. Like, when you are forced to spend time by yourself, you learn more about yourself. You build that relationship with yourself. You know you learn what you like and what you don't like. You learn your habits. You learn like what makes you comfortable, what makes you uncomfortable, things like that. So, you know, if you're not as adventurous or not really like a risky person, and you're not gonna do a solo trip and you're not gonna move to a new state, then I would just stick to solo dates, because, you know, that can be adventurous enough, and you can still go back to your comfort zone after the date. Or if you're uncomfortable in the restaurant or wherever, you can get your food to go and leave. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to take it a step further and really solidify and build that relationship with yourself, move to a new state. But yes, being comfortable being alone, sitting with yourself, doing things alone, these are great ways to build a relationship with yourself, along with the other tips that I provided. Now, Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know which tip was your favorite or resonated with you, or if you just have any interesting comments that you want to leave below. Please let me know. Let me know how you like this video, and let me know if there's anything else that you want to see from me. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.